Despite what you believe, I am human, and I do have human emotions from time to time. Like, for example, right now at 4:25 a.m., hate, pure, absolute hate. And there are things that I hate, like, Taco Bell, one of them. The other one is when you start recording a video, you're halfway through, and then you realize your microphone isn't recording because you're a fucking dumbass. But there's one thing that I hate more than those, believe it or not, and that is anime fans, and above anime fans, stupid ass anime fans' opinions. If you didn't know, there's a little bit of drama right now brewing in the horizon. This drama is as fucking toxic and idiotic like any zombie from Dead Island. And that comes from Demon Slayer. Because if there's something that we know is that Demon Slayer has the absolute nicest and best non-toxic fandom out there in the internet. So, of course, they have to make their voices loud and clear with this particular scene that just aired last weekend. So, little spoiler for season 3, there's a fish and they fight a fucking fish, which is honestly better looking than Flounders from the Little Mermaid live action. But anyways, we have this little fish right here with those googly eyes that are just so charming. And well, if you were not able to tell, well, I'm gonna ruin Christmas for you. That's a CGI fish. There it is. All right. Now, if you have 4 working brain cells, you're probably thinking, okay, that's a CGI fish. The animation is great. The story is great. CGI doesn't deter me from enjoying a show. CGI is just a means to achieve something sometimes, because not all the shows ever are going to be using hand-drawn animation that hasn't been used since the fucking 50s. 2D animation is computer generated, as well as 3D animation is just a way of illustrating a story. Now, if you are like that and you just said to yourself, Ivan, you are just preaching to the choir, well, let me tell you, some people out there have some dumbass takes that are causing this absolute nonsensical drama that I am just super fond of, and I'm going to show you some of them. Like, for example, this beautiful gem. Demon Slayer fans try and explain how their anime is really good despite the one bad CGI scene. Keep malding. What the fuck even is malding? I mean, I don't know that word. And I just gotta say, if you, for whatever reason, know these people online, because obviously their Twitter handle is there, don't go and be an asshole and harass them by telling them that they have a bad take. Like, please don't. Try to be a better person than their take, which is not really that difficult. I'm not dunking on their person, I'm dunking on how stupid their take is. Like, for example, this one. Holy shit, this is worse than I imagined. There's the fish. Yeah, that is definitely worse than you imagined. That is almost as soul crushing as your parents telling you that you are adopted and you're not wanted. So, LMFAO. It's just now that people are noticing bad CGI in Demon Slayer. They've had bits of bad CGI thrown about since season 1. Oh my Jesus Lord. I'm telling you, these people are actually pointing out the real problem in the world. Like, for example, this genius. I hate that the argument everyone is using to defend the Demon Slayer CGI is, well, it doesn't look as bad as insert anime with bad CGI here. You're right, it doesn't look as bad as those, but still doesn't look good. Being the shinier of two-thirds isn't an achievement, and we all know that Demon Slayer has absolute shit animation. Yeah, like anytime I watch Demon Slayer's animation, I'm just like, yep, ugh. Let me puke real quick. Ugh, ugh, another animation, ugh, like this one. I'm not even gonna say Demon Slayer is bad. Haven't watched it. I'll repeat that again. I'm not even gonna say Demon Slayer is bad. Haven't watched it. But this scene is just a bunch of flashing lights used to distract from an overuse of CGI with some good animation mixed in. There are plenty of shows with better animation. I'm glad that such a such a noble scholar is able to tell us what is good and bad from not even watching it. Or like this fucking genius. CGI creates contrast against traditional animation that is bad because it destroys suspension of belief due to uncanny differentiation of forms. Demon Slayer, Shield Hero, My Hero Academia, etc. Never do I see CGI that meshes properly with 2D animation. Well, I'm going to ruin fucking Christmas for you because I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of shows that do it. We have this case of people wanting CGI out of 2D animation because for whatever reason it just like soils the sacred 2D traditional animation as if traditional animators were still like drawing on paper. Like no, they draw on a tablet on a computer and a lot of rendering happens in computers. The coloring happens in computers, the same computers that create 3D animation. So my point is the tools are just used to convey the story and to elevate it visually. Okay? Just because a show has 3D animation in it doesn't mean it's bad. We can appreciate when a show does it well and when it blends all the elements together. Again, there's 3D animation that is bad, and yes, at that point, valid criticism. But there's also 2D animation that is absolutely fucking nasty. And not just because it's 2D animation, I'm going to say, well, at least it's not CG. Bitch, I would rather it being CG then. So, my point is, grow the fuck up. It's a stupid fucking fish on a cartoon about killing demons. That's what it is. So if you're one of those people that decide to complain and call every show that has CGI in it a fucking embarrassment and that it is the worst thing that happened to you since you found out you had no personality, I would say revisit your life decisions, revisit your criteria for what enjoying anything really is. And if you're not one of those people, then congratulations. You're not cringe.